No More Dead Dogs by Gordon Gordon. When my dad was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, he once rescued 8 Navy SEALs who were stranded behind enemy lines.
He flew back using only his left hand because the right one had taken a bullet.
With the chopper on fire and running on an empty tank and just gas fumes, he managed to outmaneuver a squadron of MiG fighters and make a sinking home to base. That was my favorite story when I was small. It was also a total pack of lies.
The bullet scar on Dad's arm was really left over from a big infected pimple.
And by the